Hey guys, it's ItsSMOGONdevo back at it with some more Jungle Cup practice videos. Today we're going to be going over some early practice videos yet again. I have a ton of footage backed up that I've been meaning to get through, so here it is, finally getting out to you guys. We're just going to be feeling out the meta again, trying to get used to some of the Pokemon here, specifically Vigoroth and Noctowl, as I hadn't really had any practice with them outside of Jungle Cup. Gonna mess around a bit more with Venusaur this game as well, so look out for that. Still been working on my freestyle videos as well. I'm hoping to get that out as soon as I can. I think I'm going to do it the same way I did it last time. I'll wait till the full series is done and then I'll slowly push those videos out for you guys. Still unsure of which of the showcases I should get started on first, so again, if you guys want to leave me some comments, tell me what you guys think I should cover next, and I'll start working on that. There's a few I want to cover, I'm just not sure which one I want to cover more yet. But we're not going to talk about too much stuff today, we're just going to jump into these practice battles as well. So let's take it over there. Alright, so here we are. Throwing you off with that Meganium pick. We're going to be done with Meganium for sure. Instead, we're actually going to lead with V and keep Noct and B in the back. I do like Beedrill for what it's worth, although I'm not really running it anymore. That Sludge Bomb makes it a very serious threat to pretty much everything in this cup. It's got a really good knockdown matchup for the bug types with that Sludge Bomb as well. Of course it is going to lose, but out of the bugs it definitely does the best because of Sludge Bomb. But here we are, we lead Vigoroth into his Vigoroth, so here we go with the mirror. Typical play for me here is to Piggy and try to get an advantage. So we have another Body Slam ready, and I'm going to launch it into whatever comes in. It is a Lantern, luckily for me, so I'll do a ton of damage there. Want to put on as much pressure as I can, so I'll launch another Body Slam into Lantern as well. Try to get a shield and even things out a bit. It's not falling for it. I think I can actually just get to this third Body Slam, but I'm actually just short. So no problem, I bring in B and I do have to burn this shield unfortunately. I can't afford to have B lose any health, and I'll swap out his Lantern, so now I can bring in my Noctowl. Fortress has 2 shields on me though, so this is not going to look pretty for me. This Heavy Slam comes out and I can't do anything against it. Launch a Sky Attack, but of course it's to no avail. He's just going to block it. Almost get to another one. I do actually get to it, but he has 2 shields here, so he is going to block the second Sky Attack coming in too. I can't block this, so Heavy Slam is almost going to take me out, and it will actually be his Bug Bites. So we bring back in B, and at this point I'm just trying to wear down Fortress as fast as I can before it has a chance to knock me out. But he will actually get to this Heavy Slam. It's going to do a decent amount of damage, so I choose to farm up a little bit more energy. But honestly, it's a pretty bad position that I'm in right now, so... Oh, I'm just short of actually knocking out that Fortress. Had I just had a little bit more HP, I probably could have survived and landed a Sludge Bomb on the Lantern coming in. But we'll jump into this next battle with a Magneton lead and Vigoroth and Noctowl in the back. So we lead Magneton into Girafarig, another interesting early pick. I hadn't ever really come across one before this, so I wasn't 100% sure how to go about dealing with it. I know Magneton does resist the confusion damage, so it's able to soak up and farm a bit. But now he switches out and I decide to launch a Discharge into whatever comes in. Probably should have Magnet Bomb. So Heracross, and he chooses to take the hit, but I'm going to get Magneton out of there right away. Delete Heracross with those wing attacks. Now he brings in his own Magneton. This would have been a great time to have Nightshade, but I hadn't second moved my Noctowl yet. A little bit of lag here. No problem. We do next to no damage against Magneton, but we'll keep trying our best just to get another Sky Attack here. He over-farms me actually, so I'm able to get a second Sky Attack. Do a nice amount of chip. The thing with Magneton again is it's going to go down really quick to the counter damage on Vigoroth. So I'm gonna bring in my Vigoroth and just knock it out. He actually manages to switch it out at a nice time. Brings back in Girafarig with a ton of energy. So I'm gonna shield, build up a little bit of energy to go for a body slam here. He does shield it, so now I can switch out back into Magneton. And then I want to try to get to a charge move, but my Magneton was too banged up, so I'm not able to. Gonna chip it down, but he is actually able to get to a Thunderbolt. I wanted to test the damage, so I let Vigoroth take it. Still have a shield, so now I can just body slam the incoming Magneton. It's pretty low, so this actually will be enough to knock it out. Definitely not a fan of Girafarig. Seems to be more of a liability. So finally testing out some Venusaur. I'm gonna lead Venusaur with Vigoroth and Beedrill in the back. We lead Venusaur into Noctowl. Not the greatest matchup to be in, but I can get a nice amount of damage off with the Sludge Bomb. So I go straight for the Sludge Bomb, hoping to at least get some pressure on the Noctowl, or taking a chunk of its health. We get that chunk. I don't really want to shield my Venusaur in this position, so I let the Sky Attack knock it out. And now I'll bring in Vigoroth and just farm it down a little bit with counter damage, and then go for a Body Slam to knock it out. Does shield, which is great for me. So I'm going to shield in return. Now we're at even shields, but I can farm him down with counter damage and knock out the Noctowl. Vigoroth is in an excellent position now. Going to launch out a Body Slam right away into the incoming Lantern. Then I decide to actually switch out into B. Try to gain some energy here. Switches out the Lantern into Girafarig. I decide to go for Sludge Bomb, but X-Scissor probably would have been a better idea. Lower energy and super effective, but Sludge Bomb just knocks out that Girafarig. So I can actually get to an X-Scissor now as well. Against the Lantern. Doesn't shield it, which is okay. Lantern's got a little bit of energy stored, but now my Vigoroth will come in. Going to shield this Thunderbolt. And then just chip him down with counter damage. I know he has a shield, so I figure my better play would just be knock him down with counters. So there you go, take that match. We're actually going to go into the next game with the same team that Venusaur lead. I do like Venusaur a lot in this cup. It's one of the better Vigoroth counters here. Not quite on the levels of Heracross or Vespiquen, but still up there for sure. We lead Venusaur into Magneton, which is an excellent matchup for us. Going to farm up some energy. I just wanted to test the damage because I wasn't 100% sure of it anymore. Magnet Bomb does do a lot of damage to Venusaur, but now this Frenzy Plant is going to threaten it in return. Want to try to get to another one, and I actually can. So we'll knock out the Magneton there. Venusaur's got a little bit of energy left, but the incoming Noctowl, so I tried to bait out a shield with this Frenzy Plant damage. Don't get it, and then I'll switch out. Oh, actually, Venusaur goes down before I can switch. I have 2 shields on him and a Vigoroth, so I'm going to switch that in. Try to put a ton of pressure on him. Burn a shield. And then just keep wailing on him with these counters for a little bit here. Now, I don't want him to get another Sky Attack, so I decide to go for a Body Slam. Knock out that Noctowl. Got a decent amount of energy on him. He brings in Vigoroth. So now I'll just start Body Slamming away. Doesn't shield, and I can swap out to B, or actually just miss the timing for it. I don't want to lose Vig yet. So I'll go for my own Body Slam here. And then I'll actually switch into Beedrill. We have no shield, and Beedrill will actually be able to do a nice amount of damage here, so the discharge is going to really hurt me. But I'll knock out Magneton with the fast moves. Didn't realize he switched it out actually. And now his Vigoroth is going to expend that little bit of energy he had on my Beedrill. So my own Vig can come in and actually take the win with counter damage. Very close matchup there though. Jumping into this one, we're going to bring the Alolan Raichu with Beedrill and Magneton. This is one of my earliest attempts at making double electric work actually. So I really wanted to push for it, and these were the first two I immediately started considering for it. I like the Alolan Raichu because of that Vigoroth matchup it has. Snorlax is an interesting choice for sure. I'll go for a Wild Charge on it. I don't quite want to lose Raichu, so I'll shield the Body Slam coming in. And then just chip him down some more with these Sparks. It's able to knock out Snorlax. And I have a ton of energy here. Gonna go for a bait. He does send in Celebi, so it's not the greatest situation for me to be in, but he does shield it still. Now I'm trying to build to a Wild Charge. Get a decent chip on Celebi here. I want to go for another one actually. Do even more chip to that Celebi, as Alolan Chew can actually tank these confusions, and I do get a second shield, so that's pretty good. Going to bring in Magneton now, shield this move. Magneton resists these confusions, so it can farm up a decent amount here. Don't want to get too greedy though, because I don't want to take any charges on Mag. So we'll knock out the Celebi. Interesting pick for sure. He brings in Sceptile, so I'll launch off a Magnet Bomb. Sceptile is using Fury Cutter, so it's going to actually get to an Earthquake pretty quick here. I'm just short of another Magnet Bomb. So Earthquake is going to knock out Magneton. Beedrill will be able to clean that Sceptile up though. Not really a huge fan of Sceptile here. I feel like it's similar to Meganium. Just a bit of a liability versus other grass types, and boasts a worse Vigoroth matchup, so definitely not a fan of it there. But here we go, we lead with Vig with B and Meg in the back. We lead into Breloom, which is kind of unfortunate, so I want to put on as much pressure as I can. Get a shield, and then I switch out to Beedrill. You know, I wanted to see what moves he had, so he actually goes Grass Knot, and Beedrill will tank that like a champ. And then just chip down this Breloom with Poison Jabs. So we maintain the shield advantage now, and he has a nice amount of energy as well. Brings in Noctowl, so I'll go straight away for a Sludge Bomb. Apply a ton of pressure, but he chooses to take that move right there, and now I can get to an X-Scissor. Couldn't have made it to the Sludge Bomb, but I'm hoping to do chip. I actually managed to get a shield, which is great. Beedrill will go down. Then I can bring in Magneton and just farm him down. I shielded, but honestly, I didn't have to. I could have just kept farming him down with Megs. And I'm really pushing for this farm. I know now that I can just take a Sky Attack, but I wanted to keep Megs as healthy as possible. And he brings in a Abomasnow. So I'll be able to actually just launch off 2 Magnet Bombs here, because I farmed up a ton of energy. So 2 Magnet Bombs is going to knock out the Abomasnow, and then we're actually going to take that match. Alright, that's going to be the end of that video. We're almost done with the early practice videos. So once we get past the next video, we're going to move into some more experienced battles, I guess. You're going to see less of the interesting picks and more of the meta start to emerge. Again, this is after the next video, so soon we'll be looking at Pidgeot as well. Get a quick look at it, actually. So stay tuned for those videos. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and leave me a like and drop a comment. And please, if you could, subscribe to my channel as well. Take care for now, guys.